Manny Pacquiao, 57-6 with 38 KOs. Bob Arum confirmed at this point in time there will be no Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao rematch. Also, we found out Pacquiao said that he was going to retire after this bout. And Amir King Khan, 31-3 with 19 KOs, says it's a 75% chance of this fight happening. Enter the arena, the Don Juan Banks. I wanted to talk about this subject for a very long time, but as many of you may know, I went to Washington, D.C., and I interviewed Lamont Peterson on his upcoming fight with Felix Diaz, 17-0 with 8 KOs, undefeated 2008 Olympian. I can't wait to see that fight. And then also this weekend, Triple G versus David Lemieux. I will weigh in on that situation. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao generated $500 million, almost 4.4 pay-per-view uh, buy rates. um, Manny Pacquiao, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, but I put an asterisk next to that, and many people know I've done that because 18 days after the fight, Floyd Mayweather was granted a therapeutic use exemption by USADA, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission only found out about that when it was time for it to be approved. He went to his own house after the weigh-in and used an illegal IV, intravenously injected himself with what he calls vitamins and saline, over 750 milliliters. Thomas Hauser broke that story. That could be used to mask something else. You know that. The executive director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Bob Bennett, said that it was totally unacceptable. It shouldn't happen again. Well, no shit, Sherlock. It shouldn't happen again because Floyd Mayweather, who fought Berto, has retired. And for that reason, when this story was uncovered, I don't know if Floyd Mayweather is going to come back. So I put an asterisk next to that victory. And we already know that Floyd Mayweather has USADA in his back pocket. USADA is not a government company, it's an independent organization. It's been around for 15 years. Floyd Mayweather got in bed with this organization after having them in his back pocket with Al Heyman with a 6.1 ratio. VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, United States Anti-Doping Agency, VADA has 4.1, and they use the carbon isotope ratio test. That's test for synthetic testosterone. Floyd Mayweather had a low epitestosterone, and they never implemented the carbon isotope ratio test. So Heyman and Mayweather, they're in bed with USADA. The CEO, Travis Tygart. It is not Olympic-style drug testing, according to Victor Conte. Mayweather, at his beck and call, decides when they will come. You saw that in Shane Mosley fight, where they waited around, and they don't test until he makes announcements of the fight. He can use whatever the hell he wants, and they will come down because of a half-life, and he will reap all the benefits. Manny Pacquiao, he had a shoulder injury previously. Before this, he re-aggravated. He had an MRI. It showed that it had a torn rotator cuff. He said that he was injured. A lot of people seen that as him making excuses, and he fell out of the good graces of a lot of people. There were lawsuits and everything. But Mayweather knew this also because he had spies put in Pacquiao's camp, and they were there watching. Freddie Roach even said that. So Mayweather knew this. He pulled the arm in the fight. He did whatever. Mayweather will do whatever he has to do to win. In that fight, like I said, Mayweather used the Nevada State Athletic Commission. He's used USADA. He used the judges, Dave Moretti, 6 out of 7 his fights. Kenny Bellis, who refereed Mayweather's first fight and his last fight. Back to the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Bill Brady stepped down in 2007. He has used CompuBox, Al Heyman. He's used whatever he could, and he won the fight. I watched the first time. I thought Mayweather won. After watching it again 5 more times, I thought Pacquiao won. Um, I put an asterisk next to victory. You want to give him credit for the victory? Give him credit. He won. You know, boxing's dirty, it's corrupt. He won. So what's next for Manny Pacquiao? That's what we're here to talk about. Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather lost. Chris Algieri, 6 knockdowns. Timothy Bradley fought the man twice. Timothy Bradley regarded as one of the best welterweights. In that fight, he showed his angles, that his footwork, his speed, his endurance. He's able to adapt, move to the side, hit him with those devastating combinations. Really beat Timothy Bradley. Juan Manuel Marquez got knocked out in the 6th round. Juan Manuel, for the first time, you know, he started to use Angel Memo Heredia, came back in phenomenal condition. You know, his fight with Alvarado, he ran out of there. We haven't seen him since. He had acne on his chest. He won. He's a counterpuncher. He fought him 4 times. You know, I mean, you got to give Pacquiao a lot of credit for stepping in the ring with somebody who was a counterpuncher and his best adversary, and he was able to get the knockout. We don't make no excuses for that. Then Timothy Bradley, he got robbed. He simply got robbed in that fight. He won that fight. Juan Manuel Marquez, he won majority decision. It's always going to be a tough fight when you step in the ring with somebody you've fought so many times. Mosley, the power, speed, dropping Mosley backpedaling for the rest of that fight. Margarito, catchweight, junior middleweight, reconstructed his face, and Margarito deserved that because he used plaster in Paris, and Pacquiao didn't want to have any remorse on a man that was just that much of a cheater, and what he did to Cotto was very, very sad. I don't respect Margarito, and whatever he gets in life, he gets. You reap what you sow. So Clotty, and me and Kenny Lopez talks about this all the time. Kenny Lopez is a great friend. He knows all this information. What you basically have is Clotty used that turtle shell defense because so many combinations was coming at him. Cotto, TKO 12th round, Hatton 2nd round knockout. Oscar De La Hoya retires on his stool. I have Pacquiao ranked as an all-time great. I would love to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao happen again, but you know Top Rank has a lawsuit against Al Heyman. That's going to be hard to get through that, and you know how hard the negotiations were before. And then when you look at the fact that Mayweather cheated, and at first wanted Pacquiao to sign for in the contract that you could get a therapeutic use exemption and for whatever. And the Nevada State Athletic Commission wouldn't know, the fighter wouldn't know, you could just get a therapeutic use exemption. And that shows that Mayweather has had his hands in a cookie jar. And that he's a fucking liar, he's a fucking cheat, and he's a fucking thief. And you think that I'm telling bullshit about it. Well, he got all your money, he lied to you, and he cheated your fucking ass. This is all this information you can look up for yourself. And the fact of the matter is, you know, Golden Boy and Margaret Goodman, they were given inadvertent waivers and therapeutic use exemptions. They were just giving them out. And there is conclusive evidence that this happened in the Eric Morales versus Danny Garcia fight, because Eric Morales pissed dirty over and over and over and over again, and they gave him fucking therapeutic use exemption. And the New York State Athletic Commission caught USADA. Somebody dropped a dime, and he still fought. So Mayweather's been doing this all the time, and he's got these waivers before, and that's just the way it is. we go to Manny Pacquiao. We talk about his shoulder and it's healed and who he's going to fight next. And I would like to see Amir Khan. He's a solid guy. Amir Khan, you know, like I said, 31-3, 19 KOs. He beat Chris Algieri. That was a very tough fight for him. It was a messy fight. He could have did better, but he didn't. He beat Devin Alexander, was impressive. He beat Luis Collazo, and this is all at welterweight. And then, you know, he was against Julio Diaz. He got dropped in the fourth round, but this is at junior welterweight. And Carlos Molina. He wants this fight badly. Floyd did. Floyd. I'm not saying Floyd was scared of Amir Khan, but he didn't want that fight. And I would have loved to see Khan in that more than Berto. But I give Berto all the respect. It was a cherry-picked fight. Berto is on a decline. I'm just so happy that Berto is able to use that money for his family in Haiti and able to support his family. You know, that's what it comes down to. So I'm very happy about that. But everybody knew that that was bullshit. It was cherry picked. Nobody gives a fuck. 49-0. Even though his Mayweather own fans, they don't care. And he should come back for 50-0. We damn sure know it ain't gonna be Triple G. And he could be looking at Thurman. He could be looking at Sean Porter. But I think people want that Pacquiao fight, and I know he wants the money. So it's all up to 49-0, 26 KOs Floyd Mayweather. So we're gonna see what happens in that. So I believe Pacquiao, he's a solid guy. No, it's just a solid guy. That's all I'm saying. People come. Some people said Crawford. Some people was saying Kell Brook. I love Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, and I know the whole situation with Danny Garcia, and I don't want to talk about that because you know, we know what the consensus is out there and stuff, and the guy is just trying to keep pushing forward. Um, I would love to see Kell Brook, Terence Crawford. I think that Terence Crawford is great. But I don't think that it's something that Crawford really needs right now. I think he's going his own path, and for Bob Arum, you know, you want to preserve that kind of star and build them up correctly. You don't want to just throw him in there with Pacquiao. But that would be an amazing fight. Crawford is the kind of guy that he's just able to fight and southpaw and orthodox, and he mixes things up. He sets traps. He's good at distance, and everything's just great about him. He's a phenomenal fighter. Um, but Amir Khan would be great to see. Um, and whoever else they got out there. But Pacquiao is going to be fighting. We heard about an April 9th deadline. He's going for the Senate. And I just wish the best for Manny Pacquiao. You know I like the guy. I really do. It's not fake and phony. I've always liked him. I respect him. I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope that he is able to win this next fight, whoever it may be. And I know if it is Amir Khan, yeah, I know the Amir Khan fans might be out there watching, but if Amir Khan steps in this fight, he can't blame Virgil Hunter. He can't blame too many rounds. He can't blame this. He can't blame that. Stop making excuses and fight. Everybody knows that you don't want to step in the ring with somebody that possesses power because you're afraid to get chin checked like you did against Danny Garcia and British Prescott. You got those type of problems, and you have not overcome them yet. You keep making excuses. You keep, you know, dipping and dodging and, you know, trying to dance around it. How long are you going to do it? You step in the ring with Pacquiao. You better hope that his shoulder is injured. He's not able to generate that power the way that he could, or he's missing a step where you could possibly try to pick up a victory. And I just don't believe it. I believe a 25% Pacquiao will still whip his ass. And I know some people are pissed off about that. Don't like it, change the station. I don't promote. I don't have publicity. I don't have prestige. I don't have PR. I don't have anything. And that's the situation. So, you know, I'm recording right now. People always hit me up on the phone, especially when they know that I'm doing videos, because they definitely want to just hear what I got to say. And we're about to go to ESPN and talk about Manny Pacquiao and his retirement. ESPN. Manny Pacquiao plans to have one more fight before retiring. Doha, Qatar. Manny Pacquiao confirmed to ESPN Deportes.com that he plans to have one more fight before hanging up his gloves and focusing on his political career. When that day comes, 20 years will have passed since his debut in professional boxing, a sport where he has won countless world titles, which has opened doors that he could never imagine. While visiting Doha, Qatar to watch the AIBA World Championships, in which two of his countrymen are competing, Pacquiao chatted with ESPN Deportes.com and said he isn't retiring from boxing because he no longer feels a passion for the sport, but because the time has come to help people from a different platform. Pacquiao, renowned for his dominance over Mexican fighters until Juan Manuel Marquez knocked him out in 2012, claimed he would love to have a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, a fight which earned over $100 million last May, and earned him $100 million last May. In reality, however, a fight against former junior welterweight titleist Amir becomes more feasible. Is it true you're retiring after one more fight? That's my plan. I'm running for senator. That's a great responsibility. They asked the question, if you could choose your final opponent, who would it be? That depends. It would be between revenge on Mayweather or alternatively Amir Khan or former junior welterweight titleist Danny Garcia, but I don't know if Mayweather is going to fight against. Do you think a fight against Khan is more likely than fighting Mayweather or Garcia? I think the Khan fight is more feasible. I like to bring the fight to the Middle East. That would be my plan. I would love the fight to be in Doha. When you retire after that bout, how will you feel? I'm more than satisfied. I'm happy, especially because I met a lot of people. Boxing took me to some great places, opened many doors for me, enabled me to become a congressman, to be a champion of the people. Have you still got hunger? Yes, I've still got hunger. That's why I want one more fight with Floyd Mayweather. What fight would you go into retirement with? Which has been the most important? I think I had a lot of big fights. There was the fight with Oscar De La Hoya, the Miguel Cotto fight, the Juan Manuel Marquez fights, the Ricky Hatton. There were so many, even the Mayweather fight. Is it harder to get into the ring or deal with politicians? Dealing with politicians is different. You're serving the people. I think as a senator, you can help more people, especially those people who need help. They've seen how my Providence has improved. Now we're going to listen live to Bob Arum and his comments about Manny Pacquiao fighting Floyd Mayweather again. And we're definitely going to listen and see what he has to say about this, because Bob Arum has a lot to say about a lot of situations. And sometimes, you know, I try to get to the end of his meetings.
Hey, so we have an inside source that says that there's big money on the table for Pacquiao Mayweather fight. I know it's a big source saying that can you give us any details on it?
I don't think that's true. I don't think that fight is on the drawing board. Floyd said that he's retired, and I believe him that he is retired. And as far as Manny is concerned, he's going to do one more fight early next year before he becomes a senator in the Philippines. So I just don't see that fight happening.
Okay, so the reports that I was going to look it up, so the reports that there was money on the table for a second fight is false.
And it is absolutely false. I don't know what's on the table any place, but really, truly, it's false. There's been no negotiations, no discussion, and because of the scheduling, I don't think it's possible for it even to happen.
So you heard it there. So I'm not going to keep doing videos about it until we get concrete proof that there will be a rematch. But Amir Khan, he says, I think 75%. He told AFP via Yahoo Sports, I think this could happen. Pacquiao is a fight I would like to have because styles makes fights. I think it can happen. It's all about just doing little things, contracts and stuff. Enter the arena, the Don Juan Bank.